Hi everybody, welcome back to Book Talk with Notion Press. Here we are with Miss,
Dr. Anshul Gupta,
author of.
The Spiritual Indian Corporate.
So ma'am, how is it visiting the world's largest book fair?
It's a once in a lifetime experience and especially exhilarating for the first time authors like me.
Right.
And especially for the fact that the book is written after so many years of research and it getting the kind of visibility that it is getting. It is one of the biggest stalls that I see here.
Right.
So yeah, I really would want to thank Notion Press.
Right. So how does it feel to come here for the first time as an author? I mean, very few people get to experience that, right? How does that feel?
As an author, like I said, it is something that is like beyond imagination to get this kind of traction and this kind of visibility. It gives boost to not only the idea we are trying to promote through the book, but also it actually helps us that we have the kind of audience that we want. So yeah.
That's wonderful. So can you tell us a little bit more about your book?
So the book is proposing a fresh dimension of managing human resources.
Okay.
It is discussing workplace spirituality in the
Right.
Indian corporate.
Right.
So it is written after about 7 years of research. I have done my MPhil and PhD on
Right.
workplace spirituality.
Okay.
So it works about having four dimensions at workplace.
Right.
That is employees finding meaning in life through work,
Right.
having connectedness at work, your values and organization values matching, having
Right.
compassion at work. So
Right.
this construct in totality is known as workplace spirituality.
Okay. But
So the-
spirituality in itself is such a subjective matter, right?
Correct.
So how do you put that into the workplace?
So we have proper scales to measure it.
Right.
So that is the catch here. So
Okay.
we are when we talk of generalized spirituality, it is somewhere in another plane
Exactly.
which can't be. It's not tangible.
Right.
But what we are talking of is fully tangible, and
Right.
the research says that it has a direct implication on the bottom line.
Right.
And the chaos that we are seeing right now, we have falling business empires, we have layoffs, we have attrition,
Right.
we have quiet quitting, quiet layoffs,
Right.
moonlighting, and the current HR practices that we have are surely not giving solution
Right.
to the problems that we are facing.
Right.
Therefore, this book proposes a fresh dimension of engaging the spirit of the employees,
Right.
which is the highest form of engagement of a human that you can have.
Right.
So it's an interaction of individual spirituality and organizational spirituality. It's an
Right.
OD initiative.
Right.
It's an organizational development initiative.
So how does this concept, work with an employee's personal growth in terms of, like, even if you take their financial growth, how does this tie into that? It's because some people are, mostly prioritize that over their, spirituality and development. So how do you bring a middle line?
So herein we are nowhere telling people to do yoga or meditation or follow any practices
Right.
spiritual per se. All we are saying is that the organizational culture
Right.
should be based on these four pillars.
Right.
And right from the recruitment, that is assessing the employees, the future employees,
Right.
to the induction, to the training, to the performance management,
Right.
to the exit. So all of these processes of HR
Right.
should function on these four dimensions.
Right.
That is when we call the organization as a organization which practices spirituality at
Right.
workplace. So it's a
Right.
very neutral and a very inclusive subject.
Right.
So
That's true.
yeah.
And it's a very interesting topic too. I've never, seen this. It's a really fresh perspective.
Yeah, so when we see a lot of chaos around us and we come up to do a research in a particular field. So I've been into HR for almost 10 years before coming into research.
Right.
I worked with pretty eminent companies.
Right. So you've
And-
seen this work like in real
Yes.
life. Right.
And then, after your doctorate, you go back to work and you see that the world hasn't changed and the problem that you have tried to solve is really the need of the hour.
Right.
So that is when I sat down and got my research into a book,
Right.
which can be read by the corporates and incorporated in their culture. There's a book too also coming in,
Wow.
which Notion Press will only be publishing.
Right.
Which will have the measurement scales, the models of implementation,
Right.
and the ethics of implementation.
Right. So you've taken a fresh perspective and put it into a very practical book.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming here. Congratulations on your
Pleasure's
book.
all mine.
I hope you have a wonderful book fair. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
That was wonderful. Very good.